Okay, check out these names for small businesses. Cartridge World, Godfrey Weisberg, CPAs and Advisors, Volman Ford, and Trebilcock and Danik Financial. And ask yourself, how did they come about those names? There are some articles recently talking about best and worst business names for your small business. How do you come about what your moniker is going to be, what your slogan is going to be, beyond what your name is going to be? Your company name is because, your name's on the shingle, both of you guys.
Yeah, and I get to be first because I'm old.
Wait a minute, let me check the spelling there. Oh, yeah, and it's not even alphabetical.
No, it's not. So we just obviously came up with it that way. We kicked around what we were going to do in terms of did we want our names identified with it, or did we want, like wealth management or something like that.
Yeah.
And just thought the recognition of who we were would be better tied to our personal name. And then Scott came up with sort of a tagline for us that goes on our cards in terms of our marketing, integrity, solutions, experience. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of our tagline, like these folks have with their taglines in the coolest city of Portland and that sort of thing.
Yeah. Integrity,
solutions,
and
experience.
Three things you really, the best you can hope for when you're dealing with a company like yours, right?
Yeah.
So why did you decide? You decided to go with names, your own names. Because you're a sort of a personality-driven business? Is that how you separate yourself from others?
No, I don't think so. I don't. Frankly, I don't think we spent too much angst over this.
Oh, really?
We just said, do we want to have our names identified with the business, or do we want to come up with something else? And my thought was that since we're going to be dealing with people and businesses, that we wanted our business identified with the person, mm-hmm. Jim Trebilcock, Scott Danik. With the personal clients, certainly in the planning, Scott does. That's really a personal relationship, and so that's really just how we came to it.
What does the financial? What does that encompass? It's sort of an umbrella term, isn't it?
Well, we have sort of multi-lines that we do in terms of our business. We do on the personal side, personal financial planning, and fee-based money management, retirement planning, that sort of thing. Scott does virtually all of that. Mm-hmm. And then our corporate business, it consists of corporate retirement plans, executive benefit planning, group benefits like health and life and disability and that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And then our corporate 401k plan business consists of working with our client corporations to look at the marketplace, to evaluate the plans that are in place, and then work with their employees to enroll them in the plan, help them with their investment decisions, and that sort of thing.
Craig Godfrey, your business is very similar. It's last names and basically says what you do, CPAs and advisors. Godfrey, Weisberg, CPAs and Advisors.
Yeah, when we started our firm, we actually had the name of Godfrey Financial Partners, and quite a few people were confused, thinking that we did more of services like Jim and Scott did, mm-hmm. and so they see that financial and they think right away of investment advising or financial advising, that type of thing. So we had rethought that process and then actually merged Norm Wise's firm into ours a couple of years ago, and that was our opportunity to kind of rethink and change that name. And just as Jim said, our personal relationship with our clients and things like that. So we decided to go with our last names.
And your last name went first, I noticed. Also not alphabetical.
That's right, exactly. So I
guess
that
an
was
argument?
The CPA that was going to stay, because Norm now is mostly retired. So
I see.
He's in the office on occasion. But so as the CPA owner that's with the business, then.
Yeah, if you're going to be the one out there in the community, Craig Godfrey, you want people to think of Godfrey first, I would think.
That's right.
George Volman, not all car dealers use their name in the dealership.
No, as a matter of fact, when we bought the dealership, we were basically, Ford Motor Company wanted us to name it after the town or whatever. They said that's a new and up and coming, and I said, I don't agree, and they allowed me to name it after the last name, and they asked me why, and I said, it's very simple. I want everybody to know who the proprietor is, mm-hmm. period. And I said, I believe that's the only way a small-town automobile dealership should function. And we've had others like Ionia Ford that no one knew who that was, and of course we ended up buying them out. But the point is that everybody knows who the proprietor is, and that was the important consideration. It wasn't an ego issue. It was more of a who runs that store. And so anybody can come in and say, who's Mr. Volman, and they'll know. And I think that's very important. It's a personal touch, but it's also a commitment to the customers that they can always get to me.
Scott, Cartridge World.
Yes, and the franchises are, the individual franchisees are a fairly close-knit crowd, and I use the tagline of "Your Link to Half Price Inc." and actually found that from one of the franchises out more towards the west. I think he was out in maybe in Montana or Idaho, and it really caught on. I thought, that kind of tells what we're doing, and it's something that people remember.
So in your case, there was value in the franchise name.
Yes.
Lots of value in it. Terrific.
Yes.
Thank you to everyone who contributed today. We had Scott Danek and Jim Trebilcock and Danek Financial, George Volman, Volman Ford, Craig Godfrey Weisberg, CPAs and Advisors, Scott Farragon from Cartridge World. I see Peggy Doty there from Doty Mechanical, Heating and Cooling, and Cheryl Freeborough, Hyundai of Lansing, left still in the coffee house. Next week, make it your resolution, your bucket list item to come and join us here from 9 till 10 on Wednesday for the Mid-Michigan Business Wrap. And to close it all out, Spotlight Marketing, Suzanne Heward.
That's a wrap.